Hello, my earth signs. How are you doing? I am here to do your July reading for the first 2 weeks. We're looking at the solar eclipse energies coming in for you. I am feeling a little bit excited as I'm tuning into your energy, so I don't know what's going on, but I am picking that up. So this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if you have Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in any of those placements, this reading could be for you. Guys, if the reading doesn't resonate with you, just let it go. It wasn't meant for you. I can't tune into everyone's energies. However, if it does resonate with you and you'd like to show your support, one of the easiest ways you can do that is just liking and sharing, subscribing, if you're not already subscribed, commenting, all that great stuff, because it just helps me and my channel. So I really appreciate that. I also want to say thank you to all of you who've donated and booked private readings with me. I really enjoy doing these readings for you guys on an individual, and I get to kind of tune into your energy. And some of you who book the live ones with me, it's really cool to meet you guys in person. Well, over video, but still. And what else? Oh, guys, if you want your own personal reading, I do offer those with coaching as well. So without further ado, earth signs, let's take a look into the energies for the first 2 weeks of July and see what's in store for you. Okay, so we're going to take a look first into the Sacred Geometry deck, see what frequency we're dealing with here for the first 2 weeks of July as we head into eclipse season. It's, I mean, June was so intense. I just can't imagine what this eclipse season is going to be like for all of us. But let's see what's in store for earth signs. What frequency do we have for them? Almost had it. Whoa, oh, here we go. 1 second. Okay, earth signs, exciting. You guys got the frequency of empowerment here. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. Yeah, I really, earth signs, I'm just picking up on some excitement here for you. Some of you are really stepping into this idea of taking on your mission, taking on, you're starting to get a stronger sense of what it is that you're here to do, but also you're getting a stronger sense of yourself, and you're starting to feel really empowered because of it. And I'm getting a sense too that people are kind of noticing. Let's take a look into my fairy oracle and find out, can I get 2 cards for earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Here we go. Oh, okay. We have the first one here. I'm going to put that down. Let's get one more. Here we go. Oh, wow. Okay, I actually have to go into the book for these ones. But let me just see if I'm picking up anything here from the cards. Okay, I'm already, so okay, let me just show you guys here. Sorry. Dreamweaver and the tea lion, or sorry, the fee lion, I should say. I'm getting a sense that, gosh, the Penelope Dreamweavers really got a lot of similarities to this empowerment card. Oh gosh, have your dreams been really vivid? I'm getting also a sense that you guys are really starting to put your dreams in, bring your dreams into reality. Like you're starting to actually see them take shape. Let's go into the book here, see what I can pull out here that's really kind of resonating with me for you guys, earth signs. Let's just look at first tea lion. That one came out first. Or the feline. I don't know why I keep calling it the tea lion. Okay, so let's see here. Getting it right, delayed completions, tidying up loose ends. Let's see here. Okay, so it's saying that, okay, so there's this idea of perhaps dragging your feet with getting things done. Like perhaps there's some things that you're not getting done that need to get done. Perhaps you're coming into this state of empowerment now that's really kind of giving you some of the confidence to take on some of these things that you were, I think, feeling a little bit, there was a little bit of trepidation around kind of taking on some of this, whether it's like, you know, some activities that are really putting yourself out there, or just, yeah, really putting yourself out there is what I'm feeling like. He suggests that we take care of the little things that matter to others. We will feel so much better when we have done that, and so will he. Let me just see what's popping out here. Okay, feline speaks to us when we know we deserve it, but are pretending we don't. Oh, that really speaks to me. That's really speaking to me right now. Okay. There is something here that you earth signs have been putting on the back burner. And the first two, and I think through the solar eclipse that's happening on July 2nd, and the first 2 weeks of July, that you're going to finally, because you're really stepping into your power here, you're going to really finally take the reins, and you're going to do it. It's like there's a sense of like strong empowerment coming through for you that finally like gives you the courage to take this on or get something done that you've been procrastinating on, because it's a little bit scary. It's a little bit scary. It's a little bit out of your wheelhouse. It's challenging you a little bit, actually a lot. Even though some people would look at it and feel like it's small, but for you, it's kind of taking on a little bit more energy. Perhaps it's just a fear projection, but it's feeling a little bit more overwhelming than it needs to. 28, let's see here. Inspiration, magical dreams and visions. Yeah, like okay. Some of you guys are getting some messages in your dreams. You're being given information through your dreams to help you get through this, or you felt like there was a missing link here, and you're getting the missing link that gives you what you need to move forward with whatever this is presenting as that you've been holding back on. Okay, seek visions and inspirations. Be aware that they are often subtle and require close attention. But these inspirations can come also during the day, like when you're in the bath or when you're just washing the dishes, when you're in some sort of repetitive movement, you know, like gardening or something where you're just so into it that all of a sudden, like I'm getting the sense that you guys are either going to be getting these messages through your dreams or some sort of activity like that where you're going to get what you need to, and you're going to feel empowered enough to take action on something that you haven't taken action on. So let's take a look into the tarot using my Shadowscapes tarot deck for you guys, for your earth signs. Here we go. We have the Star coming out. Oh gosh. Just very similar energy again to this Dreamweaver card. So let me just hold, because there's so much detail in these cards. I'm getting a sense that with this Star card, it talks a lot about healing, but I also feel like, I'm feeling like you're actually going to feel like a star. Like an actual star. like someone who's like the star of the show. Oh, how cute. Some of you are not comfortable being the star of the show. And that's actually what's been kind of holding you back from doing this. Whatever it is that you need to take on or complete or do or take action on. There's a little bit of discomfort. And I'm getting a strong message for those of you who that message really resonates with. It's time to really step into your power and take that on, because it provides you some level of healing as well. There's a lot of healing in that action that you can take. I'm also getting the sense, though, that the star cards coming out, that's talking about like this is something that you've been really kind of wishing for, wanting, thinking about a lot, like daydreaming about, mulling over. It's something that you've really wanted. And I also get a sense, because the star comes up in the tarot, it always follows the Tower. I'm getting a sense too that you know, there's been some sort of difficulty around this that's been holding you back. There's something that really has you a little bit shaken or scared, or I'm just feeling like this overwhelmed. But the overwhelm too, it's a mix. It's a mix of this kind of fear, but excitement as well. Like there's excitement here, because you're finally going to do it. What other messages do we have here for Earth signs? Here we go. Okay, we have the 8 of Wands in reverse. I'm just getting a sense that this kind of speaks to you're being communicated with, okay, through many different avenues, and you're slowing the process down, is what I'm getting with this card, because of this ability of not a little bit, you know, kind of procrastination, not following through, even though you like, I really feel like you really want to. It's just, there's something here, like it's a fear or this discomfort of being seen perhaps in new ways, being seen in the ways that you really wish for, and you're kind of slowing that down a little bit. Let's just here. What other messages do we have for Earth signs? Oh, interesting. 8 of Cups. And the message was so clear. It was so clear. The message is, please move on from that. Please move on from slowing this process down. That is a very, very clear message. It came in very fast. 8 of Cups is about leaving behind that's what's not serving you and moving on to that which does. So there's that general message there too, but it's more so of like, I'm getting this very strong message for those of you who this reading's resonating for. Stop slowing the process down. Like, please allow it to come in, receive. What other messages? Okay, we have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. As I'm just saying, receive. Like there's an imbalance here of giving and receiving. And yeah, okay. So cute. Oh, this is so cute. I'm really picking up on a very kind of young energy here. But when I say young, I don't mean it in an inexperienced kind of way. I mean it in that young kind of like, it's almost like when you're a child and the world seems so big, you know, like you're kind of in that place where you feel like it's so big, it's so foreign to you, it's so unknown, and you're kind of bringing in some of that energy. Again, a message here is it's time to receive. It's time to receive this, and also to balance it out by taking action on what you're receiving. Stop blocking the flow is what I just heard. Okay. Yeah. You guys got the Four of Wands in reverse here. So, you know, some of you are scared to let go of something. Like, you know, the Four of Wands talks about contracts, and with it in reverse, you could be leaving something or someone behind because of this, and that might be part of the reason. For some of you, it has to do with your family, actually. This is like, some of you feel like you're going to be breaking contracts with your family, and you don't want to hurt anyone, or you're worried about how it's going to be how you're going to be received, actually, to your family. And this is what's kind of holding things back as well. Okay, let's do too many cards. Any other messages here for earth signs? Too many cards again. Oh, that one almost jumped out. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. So we have Queen of Cups. And again, falling under the Star, and falling under Penelope Dreamweaver. I'm just getting the sense that, it's in the more like deeper watery realms that you're getting a lot of this inspiration, and you're being called to utilize it. And it's just this Queen of Cups, you know, this is about stepping into that power of knowing how connected you are with Source, and really allowing the connection of Source to flow through you in this empowered way, so that you may shine brighter like the star here. And so trusting some of the more intuitive information that's coming to you, allowing that to fully open you up and embracing it. I'm feeling more like this is a lot to do with intuition. I'm just picking up a lot of feminine energy. So like that kind of intuitive, watery realms that you haven't taken enough action on, or you've been delaying kind of putting it out. Gosh, yes. As I'm saying that, the High Priestess. Okay, yeah. This is for those of you who are like really dabbling in the more mysterious realms, and they're not so mysterious to you, and it's time to bring some of those mysteries to light for others, that you're being called upon this. I'm really kind of tuning into the owl on this card, the wisdom, also the clear sight in the night. The owl has very keen vision. So again, with the Penelope Dreamweaver coming up, and this also falling under that card, I'm getting a sense that you guys are getting strong visions here too. Many of you being called to work with your visions in some way. It doesn't necessarily mean like you're supposed to be some like psychic or reader or something like that, but more that, you know, and I mean, you could be, but I'm getting also a sense to make sure for those of you who are watching this, that you could be using your visions in ways that really complement like old thinking or old ways of doing it. And yeah, like it's almost gonna like, excuse me, it's gonna move things for whatever, like if it's your job, already and you're in some sort of, like, you work for a company or you're working with a group of people, that you've had some of these like intuitive hits about how to move forward, or you've had some really cool visions, but they're a little bit scary to you because you don't know how to seriously explain them to someone, or this kind of stuff, okay? You're being called right now to trust it and to implement it. So whether it's in more of a conventional, in a conventional way, or it could be unconventional, but you're being called to really like tune into that and bring forth the power of the High Priestess. I mean, look, you have the Star, the Queen of Cups, the High Priestess, the Penelope, the Dreamweaver, all like right here. Yeah, this is definitely allowing your intuition to come through in its full power through this empowerment frequency. Allow it to be your driving force. What other messages do we have here? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, first 2 weeks of July. Wow. Okay. You have the Eight of Swords and the Sun. That is 3 8s that have come up. And when I saw the empowerment card and I knew it was a 26, I was like, oh, 8. 8's going to be an important number. And you now have 4 8s on the board in that regard. So you have the Sun coming up and the Eight of Swords together. So Earth signs, you have just been up in your head. You've been up in your head. You've been talking yourself out of this. You've been creating a mountain out of a molehill is what I'm hearing. I really feel like you're projecting a little bit more of this overwhelming energy into the situation than it needs to be. The Sun speaks of a lot of positivity here. I'm also getting a sense of that, okay, there's actually quite a few messages here with the Sun. The Sun is bringing in a lot of clarity here. So it's about you getting really clear through your own visions, coming up beside the High Priestess, this idea of intuitiveness, but really bringing it through in a very clear way. I also get the sense that you're being called to deliver the information in a very clear way, and that you will be able to do this when you tap into your sense of empowerment of this intuitive ability that you are really starting to recognize and come into a stronger knowing of. You also are being shown through this that I believe there are a lot of synchronicities happening for you that are showing you, trying to give you more confirmation. Again, you're not listening, you're putting this off. And again, like this speaks of the Eight of Wands card, where the messages are coming in, the synchronicities, but you're not paying attention, or you are paying attention, but you're not giving them enough credence. This Sun card is kind of like, it's just kind of another confirmation, like, please, like, listen, it's this time now for you to really like do this. Okay. That was a lot. One last card for my Earth signs here. One last card. Here we go. And we have the Page of Wands. Okay, upright. Page of Wands. So I'm just getting this sense too, like the page, they're always like this kind of more younger energy. The pages always do bring messages. This is like messages of creativity, of passion. But I get this sense too that this is really speaking to this excited energy that I'm feeling. Also this really cute, childish, like young energy of just kind of feeling like the world's a little bit bigger than it used to feel now that you're opening up to this new gift. But okay, so with the Page of Wands here, this particular card, I'm really tuning into like all the foxes at her feet. And I'm just feeling like this is you, like you're here to deliver these messages, these intuitive insights that you're getting that could have to do with some sort of creative projects. And people are actually going to be at your feet listening to you. Like they're actually going to be fawning fawning at you for this. And you're gonna be kind of like, wow, why did I wait so long? Like, wow, that was silly. You know, like that's what I'm kind of like feeling. So, yeah, there's some sort of like you're delivering the message. This could be you delivering the messages, or I'm feeling this sense of like this is just speaking about the empowerment of the young child energy of knowing that anything is possible, and allowing that passion to really speak through you, to really pulse through your entire being, and allow the fires to burn a little faster, allow the flames to come out, especially through the heart, allow that to come out and speak to others. So Earth signs, this is my reading for you for the first 2 weeks of July. It definitely feels exciting. It definitely feels like there is a push here for you to move forward in something that you've been delaying or procrastinating on, or just kind of, you know, dragging your heels is kind of what I'm feeling. But it all looks really good and it looks really positive, and it's about you stepping into this power of your abilities that I know many don't always understand, but the more of us that allow this to come through us, the more we give permission for others to start recognizing it in them. And I'm getting this sense too with this Page of Wands card that that is part of it for you. That it may not even seem like it's part of this immediate picture, but on a grander scale, this is about you also being like on the front lines of allowing people to start recognizing this ability within them, and allowing that to flourish. So kind of like you're being like a role of inspiration here, a little bit of a leader. So really step into this role of empowerment, because it's going to not just serve you very well, but it's going to serve others. All right, Earth signs, if you need your own personal reading, all that information is in the description below. I love you. Have a wonderful solar eclipse, and I'll be back with you soon.